Today's conversation is on the health attributes of a happy person. Now, did you know that happy people live longer lives? They do, they actually do. Now, these happy people have certain attributes that studies have looked at. And so, what the studies have found is that these people tend to have a way of thinking. So, when they're given lemons, they turn it into lemonade. They juice it, they don't suck it. So during their setbacks, they are setting goals. They are revamping their habits. They're tweaking things in order to change the outcome. They also understand that they've had success in the past and these things are not representative of who they are. So they find these things to be temporary. So these attitudes tend to run through people that have been studied and are found to be generally happy. They also tend to remember the things that they have. They don't lament as much the things that they don't have. They tend to show more gratitude. So they appreciate what they have. They focus on what they have. They give grace. So they could be grateful for the sun shining, for their health, for their family, for their children, for their spouse. They also tend to have a strong network of friends where people are there in their lives to uplift them. These people help them to shine their light brighter, not dim their lights. And they're very supportive. They're there when they need them. And when they look at these attributes, the studies were perplexed, like, okay, so it kind of makes sense why people will live longer, but why exactly? So what they found seemed to be consistent, and it does seem obvious to all of us, right? Happy people take better care of themselves. So they go for their visits to their doctors. They take the medications that they need to take. They're compliant. They're exercise, sometimes because they want to, sometimes because they have to. But they know they need to, so they do it. They make healthier choices. They eat better. They have hobbies. And they also have that network of people they can count on. Now, I had this patient that was given a 5% chance of survival. She had a history of cancer, and this was years prior to me meeting her. So she's a survivor. So I was like, wow, what happened? So she did take necessary steps. One is following the treatment that was very successful for her. But she said, given that 5% chance of survival, she turned it around, that she thought in her mind that she had a 95% chance of beating that odds. So that's what she focused on, and that was her motivation. And that's what kept her going and kept her taking the medications that she needed in order to beat those odds. Now, did you know that heart attacks are more likely to occur between 6 a.m. and noon? Now, guess why this happens? Majority of us are at work, and Americans generally hate their job. Majority of the medical health crisis in America are influenced by the level of stress in our daily lives. So if you cut down that stress, you're going to help someone live a little bit longer. You're going to live a little bit longer if you put in the work to reduce that stress. So you remember songs like Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy, or the popular Pharrell's catchy tune of Happy. There's a reason why these resonate with us. But instead of just singing along, do the work. Get actively involved in your life and smile more, do more, be happier. Because overall, a healthier life is a better way to live.